Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to get you styled up with Stitch Fix. Shopping's hard. It's hard. With Stitch Fix, you get a stylist, though, who understands your style, your size, your budget, and they do all the shopping for you.
Wow.
This is excellent. Shopping, I'm telling you, shopping and figure out your style, it's overwhelming. Let somebody help you when it comes to getting dressed. We don't know what we're doing, so we let Stitch Fix help us out. A Stitch Fix stylist there. They know what works on us. We get the prices that make us look really good, and it feels good. You get some confidence boost walking around knowing that you're looking decent here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just give the stylist our sizes, style, budget preferences. We order boxes when we want, how we want, no subscription or any of that required. And they send called Just For Me pieces as well. Like, maybe you'd like this, and it's awesome. Outfit recommendations, styling tips. You keep what you love, you send back the rest. It's super easy.
Yep.
You can do it, and we are doing it because it's excellent. Personal styling for everyone. Get started today at stitchfix.com/STM. That's stitchfix.com/STM.
Now back to the show.
Hey everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a little bit more about Rocket Money. It's the start of a new year. It's the perfect time to get organized, set your goals, prioritize what matters most. And for me, top priority is getting myself together here. Financial wellness, doing that, which that feels important, you know? Just feels like adult stuff that you have to do. And thanks to Rocket Money, my goals feel achievable now. They show me all my subscriptions in one place, help me easily cancel ones I forgot that I've been paying for, which happened to me. Absolutely happened to me. I had, for years, I was paying for something. I was like, what is going on here? Rocket Money found it and saved me lots of money since then, because it's been a while. So they did a great job here. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/smalltownmurder today. That's rocketmoney.com/smalltownmurder. rocketmoney.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
Hi, I'm Ashley Flowers, and if you're like me and grew up watching America's Most Wanted and reading Nancy Drew, then hi, you're a crime junkie. And I bet that passion for solving mysteries never went away, which is why we've assembled a team of reporters to dig deep into all the cases we still obsess over. Each Monday, my best friend Britt and I will bring you a case that you won't be able to stop thinking and talking about. So join us by listening to Crime Junkie wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Small Town Murder Express.
Yay and choo-choo!
Oh, yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Pietragallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmie Whisman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us on another crazy episode of Small Town Murder Express. As you know, we only have, an hour or so in Small Town Murder Express, so we have to pack the craziest stuff we can into that short amount of time. And today is a definite top 5 crazy for not only for Express, for honestly probably all of them. It's you want to talk crazy? We got crazy. It's in just stacks of crazy everywhere, a warehouse full of it. So we will get to that quickly. Before that, though, head over to shutupandgivememurder.com. Get your tickets for live shows, especially August the 12th. Chicago. We are going to be there, and we are very excited. Get your tickets now. It will be our biggest show ever, Chicago, if you show up. And to make sure to give you a little motivation to be there, we're going to do a Chicago-only live show. The only place in the country you will hear this show this year or see this live show will be in Chicago. So a special Chicago-only case. Get your tickets. Shutupandgivememurder.com. A lot of the dates are sold out for the rest of the year, but few are still left. Atlanta, DC, there's a couple tickets left. Philly, you got Charlotte, and Dallas are the others. So, yep, there we go. So get those tickets right now. Also, patreon.com/crime and sports. That's where you get all of the bonus material. Also, you say, why is it /crime and sports? Crime and sports is our other show that you should listen to.
That's another one.
Because it's crazy and it's hilarious, and there's plenty of murder and plenty of mayhem over there. Check all that out. But patreon.com/crime and sports, you get all the bonus material. Anybody $5 or above, there's a couple hundred bonus episodes to binge, and new ones every other week. One crime and sports, one small town murder, and you get it all, both everything. So for this week, what you're going to get is for crime and sports, it is players who like to pay for sex. The most embarrassing busts where you can find, because there's some guys that they're not, they don't have a long criminal history to do an episode on, but man, do they have a couple embarrassing moments. We're going to find a bunch of those and make an episode out of it, and it's going to be awesome. And then for small town murder, Casey Anthony, everybody. You asked for it.
Yep.
We're giving it to you. Casey Anthony, is she a liar? Well, spoiler, yes, she is, but we'll go into detail is what we're talking about here. So check that out. Patreon.com/crime and sports. And you get a shout out at the end of the regular show. And keep an ear out for an eye and an ear for Your Stupid Opinions, our new show, which we swear to God is coming.
It exists. It's real.
Done. We've made it. It's there. It's ready. We're waiting on business stuff that we have nothing to do with. If it was up to us, it would have been out 3 months ago, and you'd have a show right now. That would be a weekly show.
You and me.
That's what it is. So, and that's all fine. They're doing a fine job. Everybody's doing their jobs. It happens. Business is business. Moving on.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's time to get into this. Jimmie. What do you say? I think it's time for everybody, wherever you are. I don't care where you are. I really don't.
Matter.
It does not matter where you are. You check it out at the supermarket. That's where you're at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Bleep, bleep, bleep. Stop that. Climb up onto the little whatever that is.
That little check writing platform we don't use anymore?
No. The thing with the conveyor belt. Hop up on the conveyor belt. Keep going like it's a treadmill. Arms to the sky and shout, Shut up and give me murder.
All right.
Jimmie. Let's go on a trip.
Let's go.
Let's do this. We are going this week to New York. So we're coming out of the South where we were last week, I believe, for our express, and we are going to Liberty, New York. Liberty, New York. It's west of me, western, over the Hudson to the west.
Near the lakes?
West Virginia, New York. Not that far. Okay. Not that far. In the kind of the Appalachian section over there, I like to call it, kind of the Pennsylvania belt there. Yeah. So Liberty, New York, it's about 2 hours and 5 minutes to Albany. Okay. About 2 hours and 10 minutes to New York City. So it's kind of
it's a bit out.
Yeah, it's just kind of over from me to the west there.
So far from the city, you're not going though.
No, it's not really. It's not that commutable, really. It's not that type of place. You're out there. You live in Liberty, so it's about 2.5 hours from Chadwick's, New York, which was our last New York episode, which was the word of death, the cult, the whole church cult. That was a crazy episode. Yeah. So, by the way, this town's website says they are 90 minutes from Manhattan, and that's not true at all. Even if Teresh is driving, that's not true. Teresh is the guy
your driver's nuts, man.
Who drives me home from the airport. He's this awesome guy from Georgia, not the state, the country, and he's insane. And he can get me home from JFK in like an hour 20, and it's impressive. It's really he's impressive, man. Yeah. I swear he makes his SUV fly at some points. He's crazy. No regard for law, body, anything. Just doesn't care.
Just yours. I mean, if
my
there
time
was
is all he cares about.
That he had to crash, he'd make sure that whatever seat you're in is intact.
Oh, it's intact. Yeah, that's the thing. He's going to get you there, and he's going to go, It's good? It's good? And you're going to go, yeah, it's great. Thank you. High five. Love that guy. So anyway, population here, 10,146. So not a big place at all. Median income here is below average. It's $39,851 a year, which is $15,000 below average. Median home price also below average, $236,500.
Holy!
It's because this is, like I said, it's out there on its own. So the little history quickly: the town of Liberty is credited with providing 303 men who fought in the American Revolution.
Oh.
This town. Yeah, Liberty was carved from a larger township at that point called Lumberland.
Oh.
Wow, you know what they do there, I guess.
That sounds like a discount lumber store.
Really, Lumberland, come on down. We got 2x4s and Come on down, get your board feet here, buddy.
We got board stretchers.
Oh, my goodness. So the farms at one point, there's farms here, and then they were cleared out. And so tanneries came in for a long time. That ran through the Civil War era. And then dairy farming came in after that. So it went from farming to tanning to dairy farming in like 100 years. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Then they would have a lot. They tried to have hotels here and make this like a summer resort town for people from the city.
Bed and breakfast style shit?
Come up here. It's quiet.
Quaint.
Come relax.
Yeah,
it's quaint. There's a lot of towns up here that did that. A lot of places on Long Island that did
noise.
that. Yeah, get out of all that noise and all the dirty city stuff and come up here. So they have a bunch of, in Liberty, the Village of Liberty, within it, there's a lot of smaller hamlets, they call them.
Sure.
Ferndale, Parksville, Swan Lake. Swan Lake is here. And White Sulphur Springs, which sounds disgusting.
Ew. Gross.
Don't put sulfur in your name if you want anybody to go there.
No.
So the Village of Liberty, though, wasn't incorporated until 1870. So it was a little bit later. But they're plugging along, and they've just kind of been, like a lot of these towns, they've just kind of maintained over the years. Mm-hmm. So reviews of this town, let's find out what other people think about it. 5 stars. Here's one. Great place to raise a family.
Okay.
My family and I moved to Liberty, New York in 2018. My kids love it and their school. I'm fond of the relaxed lifestyle this town offers. Very relaxed.
But do the kids know any better? You know what I mean?
They're very relaxed, Jimmy. It doesn't matter. It's quiet. It snows a lot, but everyone is friendly. Well, those things have nothing to do with each other.
Nope.
Those things don't belong in the same sentence.
I guess the snow hasn't frustrated everybody into fist fights yet.
I suppose, but would correlate that there's something that they go, this, but that. No, this is just, okay. The police department is located in front of the elementary school, which makes me feel good knowing that the local authorities are close to the school if need be, if the kids get out of hand.
Yeah.
4 stars. Well-rounded town with many things to do that surround the magnificent elementary, middle, and high school. Magnificent, Jimmy. They're magnificent. There are many low-income housing that is really an amazing value for what you will receive. This is a perfect area to start or continue your life.
Well,
Do you have any other besides end your life? Are there any other choices besides to say this is a good place to blow your brains out in a Motel 6? What's happening?
Everywhere is what you're doing.
Yeah, that's just start or continue.
Those things everywhere.
Wow, that's mind-boggling. This town, I'm frustrated already with the snow guy, this person. 3 stars. It's a little off the radar and doesn't seem to have a very educated population. It has a lot of drug problems, but not much violence, and the nature is beautiful. That's good. Great for outdoors people, especially if you're a drug person and you're if you're like an outdoorsy drug addict, there's no better place in the country.
Look at butterflies come through.
No better place. It's also very cheap to live around here.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
okay.
There's nothing there. That's why.
No shit. 1 star. Extremely rural, not accessible if you don't have a reliable means of transportation. Yeah, there's no subways up there. Any major chain store is 45 plus minutes away, including CVS or Target. It's an older community with no social activities for the not elderly. Taxis cost a fortune. You're in the middle of nowhere. You have to have a car. Sorry.
Shitloads of bridge and pinochle. Nothing for me.
I don't know what to do here, man. Please do not move here is the last line. Things to do very quickly. The Liberty 4th of July. As you might imagine, the 4th of July is quite a big deal around here. The Northeast really does it big with the 4th of July.
Yeah.
But
holy fuck.
The town of Liberty, who their main claim to fame is we sent 303 people to the revolutionary cause, they're huge here.
We only had 306 people here.
Yeah. We had 312, so it was... The rest was just, we left a few, everybody under 11, so it was real. Town didn't run well for a while.
The Northeast, man, that 4th of July runs for fucking 2 weeks.
They love it, yeah. They're excited it's summer, too. Yay, it's not cold out anymore. And it's
dead
light till
9:30. Right in the middle.
Yeah.
We got a long way to go before this is over.
They celebrate this with a car show, of course, a classic car show, because nothing says freedom like a classic car show. So they have bands as well. The Other Band is playing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's that. The other
That
band.
one.
They're
The other
playing. And also games and bouncy houses. So come on out. Sounds awful. There we go. There's a rain date for that's set for July 8th. So we'll have the 4th of July at some point.
In case it rains that day?
Yeah, then that'll be the
is?
4th of July.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about a murder. What do you say,
Let's
Jimmie?
do it.
Let's do it. Buckle up, everybody. This is one of these that is, it's brutal and terrible and just a wild case. And it's very weird because there's so much crazy involved that it's hard. It's almost like the crazy leaked over into the case. It's hard to
to process it.
It's hard to process the whole thing. It's so strange. So let's do our best here. Okay. Let's talk about a lady, first of all, an older lady, a woman named Amelia Vogel. Amelia Vogel is born July 10th, 1923.
Oh.
So she'd be 100 next month if she was.
No shit.
Yeah, 100 is old. So she's born in Lima, Peru. Here, Amelia. She came to America pretty early on, I believe, pre-World War II. So
30s or something?
when she was younger, when she was young. She married. She has a husband named Carol with a K, Karel, Vogel.
Oh.
And,
that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if he's from somewhere else.
Yeah.
That seems, just the spelling of that seems European. That's like Dutch or something. I'm not saying it's Dutch, but I mean, it's not, it doesn't seem American. Like, we'll name him Carol, Karel. What?
I do like a man named Carol. I like
That's
it.
fine. Archie Bunker was a Carol O'Connor.
Was
That's
he?
Fine. Yeah, Carol O'Connor's his name.
Oh, shit.
With a C.
Oh, the real guy.
The real guy, yeah.
Got it, okay.
Would you think Archie Bunker had an alias in the show? He was really a spy?
Archie, maybe it's a nickname?
Archie Bunker's my nickname, but my real name's Carol O'Connor.
That's why I have a nickname, because my name's Carol.
I pretend to be a racist blue-collar guy in Queens, but actually I'm a CIA agent that's infiltrated foreign... Wow.
I'm Agent Carol.
Agent Carol here. So, wow, they have a daughter. They have two children. They have a son named Dennis, and they have a daughter named Jessica. Oh. And Jessica's born in 1957, and she'll end up, I believe, her name ends up being Melchick, M-E-L, Chick. Like a chicken. Jessica. Yeah, so Jessica Melchick, she's born in 1957, and there's Dennis, of course. Now, Dennis, he moves away at some point, and in 1987, he's murdered in California.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that's a big deal for the family.
Sure.
Obviously, families, when they have a tragedy like that, one of the kids gets murdered, it changes the whole dynamic of the family and the whole...
What was that about?
The way everybody acts, it changes everything. It really does. It's brutal. So, that's tough on everybody. And then Carol dies in 1993 as well.
Oh, no. So it's just Jessica and her mom?
Just Jessica and her mom. He was like 80 years old at the time. He was born in the 19-teens, Carol. So
the guy, he put in his time.
He did, he had a good run, let's just say.
Sure did.
So...
Good for you, Carol.
93, he dies, and so it's just Jessica and Mom, and at that point, Jessica's 36 years old, and she has two children as well. Okay. And it seems like she must be divorced or something because her name is changed to Melchick, so I feel like she was married at some point.
Yeah, and
now she moves in with her mom, so I feel like she's probably not married at that point. Right. And she has two children, and one of them, as of 2003, is a teenage girl that lives there that she shares a room with. So it's there's a lot going on, and it's weird too because I'll talk about the house. But Amelia, the mom, she worked at Kutcher's Kutsher Kutcher's Hotel in Kiamesha Lake. For years and years and years. She retired she's like a career waitress there.
Oh.
Probably one of those places that has a lot of tourists, and she probably made good money,
Is that New York?
Yeah, it's up in that area. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those resorts.
Sure.
Upstate New York, if you drive around off the beaten path, you'll find like these crazy resorts that are like,
beautiful
where the
places.
Fuck did that come from? Yeah, there's a couple within a half hour of me that are like, how is this in the middle of the woods? And how do all these people know about it? Like all these rich people know about this shit. Do they send you a
York and-
list when you start making a certain amount of money? They send you like, here's places you should go where other people go of your ilk. Is that it?
I hope we're successful enough to get that.
I've never, yeah. That'd be a weird magazine to get in the mail, you know? Places you should go monthly. Yeah. Oh, shit. Look at this. Wow. Did you know that that's really nice. Fuck.
1,800 a night and up monthly.
Yeah. Shit you can't afford monthly.
Ha ha, fuck the broke.
Well,
monthly.
that's the title they put on it, so no broke people look at it and get mad. That's the thing. They're like, oh, shit I can't afford, never mind, and they don't even look at it. And they're like, yeah, that keeps the riffraff from coming here. If you say beautiful shit, then, poor people are going to want to come here. We can't tell them it's beautiful.
What are you doing? Shithole monthly.
Yeah.
Nobody's reading that except for guys that are looking to jerk off.
Poor people might go, ooh, I can afford that. Good. If I'm, I've been there where if I'm looking for a vacation, I'm like, well, shithole monthly is probably about where I'm going to be. It's my range. So now they lived in the area, Amelia and Carol and everybody, for 47 years.
Wow.
As of 2003. So it's been a long time. Everybody's been here. They moved
in the
here.
60s?
Yeah, they moved here when the kids were younger. Their house was built in 1961, I believe, so 1962. Okay. So I'm going to say that's probably when they moved here.
Pretty new house, too.
Probably. They probably moved into it brand new, I bet. Probably a new house, a new neighborhood, that sort of deal. Now, Jessica, let's talk about Jessica. Okay. Now, her dad died, but her dad died older, and she's an adult. So that's to be expected. It happens.
In 93.
That happens. The brother dying, again, that could be very, that can be traumatic for anybody. But again, she was also 30 at the time. So it's tough and it's traumatic, but it's not like if it happened to a 9-year-old, where their older sister died or older brother or something. So as of 2003, or as of the 2000s, Jessica's living with Amelia. She's got some problems. She has a long history, pre-Dennis being murdered and everything like that, of severe mental illness.
Oh?
I'm talking fine 1 minute. She needs antipsychotic drugs or bad things will happen type of shit.
She has some personality defects.
Ooh, my goodness.
Bipolar shit.
Yeah,
I'm not going to diagnose her.
No, she's diagnosed later bipolar and schizophrenic here during this time period. So she's got a lot of issues. Episodes of psychosis that happen quite often. She has been hospitalized several times for her illness. Just to get her back on track. And she's supposed to always be on antipsychotic medications. Very, very strong ones from what I can understand here. So when she's not on her medication, anything can happen, pretty much. That is proven in November of 2001 when the Liberty Police Department are called to her home, Jesus Christ, after she impaled herself with a samurai sword.
Whoa.
On purpose.
Like...
She took a samurai, and ran herself through like a fucking Japanese businessman who took the firm down. Like
just emptied the retirement fund.
Absolutely, yeah. Just cleaned it out for like prostitutes and drugs and shit. Like that's what she did.
She owes the Yakuza money.
Yeah, said screw it. Somehow she missed all major vital organs and major blood vessels.
Holy shit!
Running a samurai sword through herself, she came out fine after that.
I have so many questions. Why is one of those in the house with somebody that's obviously unstable?
I don't know if she picked one up for this purpose or if it was like decorative. Some people have like a sword on the wall. You know what I mean? I don't know if
Amelia's a big Bruce Lee fan.
Well, I think she was on her own at this point, Jessica.
Okay.
I think she was living by herself at this point. So who knows if she's into, I don't know. And that's maybe one of those things you pick up over time. Some old boyfriend left it, you know what I mean? When he lived there for like 3 weeks. Yeah, he's like, I'm going to bring all my stuff. I'm going to bring all my underwear and swords over, and we'll just... he just comes over.
Kicked him out, burned all his shit, but the samurai sword doesn't burn. So
he moved in with a duffel bag and a samurai sword. That's what he came with. He's that guy. You know that guy.
A drumstick. No drums, not a pair, just one.
And 3 beers on a 6-pack holder. Same hand as the samurai sword.
3 beers and plastic ring.
Yeah, that's right. That's the one. Just dangling off 2 fingers.
I didn't want my old landlord to keep these.
I've cleaned my fridge out, too, before I left. That's... She holds that up and pulls a box of baking soda out of his back pocket.
An expired ketchup.
An expired 3 ketchup packets.
Yeah, packets from McDonald's.
And half of a pork fried rice in a fucking, because that's the stereotypical, he's got to have a Chinese food thing in there of some kind, like Naked Gun style. Yeah. She's an interesting lady, let's just say, Jessica, who obviously needs to be kept an eye on. And
I would say so, yeah.
Make sure that she's taking her medication because she can obviously be a danger to herself here.
Ooh, that's a solid suicide attempt.
If you impale yourself, you're asking for trouble, I feel like.
Yeah, you're looking to end it.
Yeah, you're looking to end it. So by 2003, I don't know if it's because of this incident she moves in with her mother or...
Could be a catalyst to need some eyes on her.
Exactly. Mom said, hey, you should probably move in with me or however it works. But she ends up moving in with her mother, and also her teenage daughter lives with her as well. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Jessica's son lives there also, but I know her daughter lives there because she shares a room with her daughter. With her teenage daughter, which has to be... That's difficult. Teenage... daughters and mothers have a tough time already. If they're living in the same room, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's holy shit.
My daughter and I get along great. I adore her. She adores me. She's still a daddy's girl. If I had to be in the same room as her all the time, forget it.
Imagine she was 16.
Oh, I'd hate her.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So this is 66 Willie Avenue in Liberty. And so mom and daughter live in the house like a sitcom with the kid coming in and out. Yeah. This is a sitcom that we have. Mom's 79 years old. Amelia's 79 years old. Jessica's in her 40s here, and she's got her teen daughter living. This is absolutely like a bad sitcom.
Yeah, 3 generations of Gash on ABC.
Yeah. The Gilmore Hags on ABC. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not saying they're hags. I'm just saying that's what I'm trying to make it different. Yeah. So that's what's happening here. So now, wow, Amelia, everybody says loving mother, good friend, that sort of thing. Everyone said she refused to give up on Jessica. Okay. I don't know what giving up on her would entail. She's mentally ill. She's not a crackhead where you're like, listen, I tried, but she just keeps going out on the street and smoking crack. She's mentally ill. Like, we got
issue, right?
Yeah, so she doesn't give up on her, and she says, move in with me instead. And I guess all of her friends would say, no, you can't do that. You're an old lady. Right. You're in your retirement. You can't have some. You're
She's
mentally
willing to do
ill.
That to herself. You're vulnerable. Yeah. What if?
Well, also, you just don't need the stress. She has episodes and shit like that, but she said, no, I want to help my daughter. I want to have my grandkids around me. And Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you about the safest sponsor ever, Simply Safe. Absolutely. These people will keep you safe. It's amazing. You know that every 26 seconds a burglary takes place in the United States, according to the FBI. That means that by the time this podcast is over, dozens and dozens of homes will have been targeted, ransacked. God knows what happens here. So protect your home before it's too late with Simply Safe proactive security system. Simply Safe helps stop threats before they even have a chance to break in. Named Best Home Security System by U.S. News and World Report 5 years in a row. And by us for about the last 8 years as well. If you trust us, believe me, you want Simply Safe. So visit simplysafe.com/small to claim 50% off a new system with professional monitoring plan and your first month free. That's simplysafe.com/small. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Now back to the show.
Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a little bit about Sono Bello. You know, the most known secret with celebrities and influencers and all these famous people is so many of them have had lipo. They've had lipo, whether it's a little touch-up here or a total makeover. Yeah. Nobody has a perfect body. That's the thing. No. They may look like it on TV, but there's things that help that. Absolutely. Lipo now has changed, and Sono Bello's been at the forefront with using LAL technology and getting those beautiful and natural outcomes for each person. Looking real natural. Our friends at Sonobello are offering their best deal. You're now included in their winter savings event, but appointments are limited, so please get on this. Sonobello doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal, a brilliant technique that removes stubborn fat permanently wherever your problem areas are. Tummy, love handles, thighs, arms, it's gone in one comfortable visit. Eating healthy and workouts are great. Keep doing that, but if you want to lose that stubborn fat in one visit, check out Sonobello. Save big during their winter savings event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/smalltownmurder. That's SONOBELLO.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
So they live there, and I looked up the house. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. So I don't get why they're sharing a goddamn room.
Does she still have all of Carol's shit in 2 of the rooms?
That's what I don't. Yeah, a lot of storage, but I don't know what's going on because I know Amelia has her own room, so that's one bedroom, and the girls share another. And even if the son does live there and that's another bedroom, there's still a 4th bedroom. So what are we talking about here?
What's going on?
Why are they sharing a room?
Amelia will not give up that sewing room. She's not going to do it.
She will not do it. Listen, I worked a long time on my feet, slinging hash to get this sewing room. Yeah. I'm going to cross-stitch and sew to my heart's content, and I'm not going to let any of you crazy impaling motherfuckers get in my way. So 1,522 square feet the house is, so it's not a tiny house, but it's not a giant house either, and we'll talk about the house more later. February 16th, 2003.
Okay.
Let's set the scene. Like I said, they all live in the house. Now, the daughter, Jessica's daughter, is away for the night on this night. She's staying with a friend. Staying in a friend's house. So at 5:11 a.m., a call is placed to 911, which is not a good time for a 911 call. Even 911, when they see 5:11, it rings, they go, oh boy. This isn't going to be, this isn't somebody blew their hand off with a firecracker. I mean, this is bad. This is going to be ugly. So this isn't a fun accident or anything like that. So they came rushing to the residential neighborhood where they're called, and we'll talk about what happens when they get there. Now, the Liberty Ambulance Corps members are there, and what they find is some wild shit. Okay, they find now Amelia's bedroom's across the hall from Jessica and her daughter's bedroom, and it had been recently repainted, and her mother hadn't slept in there lately. She's been sleeping in another room or on the couch or something because her room just got repainted, so it still smelled like paint.
Fumes,
The fumes, and for an older lady, too, to go in that room. Sensitive. So it's very sensitive. Yeah, like her bed, everything's still covered in the plastic from the paint and all that kind of shit. It looks like Dexter's about to come in there and take care of a serial killer. So
lots of that shit tape and thin plastic.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. So there's that shit fucking bad masking tape that doesn't work on anything but plastic. just flimsy plastic.
Shit, stick to that plastic.
It won't come off ever. No, never. So, middle of the night, Jessica decides she wants to play the radio. Okay. She wants to hear some music in the middle of the night. Now, Amelia, being a 79-year-old woman, is more into sleeping at that time of night than she is. So here comes Amelia down the hallway, barges into Jessica's room like she's a 16-year-old, and starts yelling at her to turn the damn volume down on the radio. I'm trying to sleep. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? You know what I mean? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're playing the radio. Or it was like 4 o'clock in the morning at this point. You're playing the radio? What's wrong with you? And Jessica, when she walked in, Jessica was dancing. She's playing the radio and dancing in the middle of the night.
Wow.
Which, that's if you're bipolar and you're having a manic episode a little bit, and that's, you might have a little extra energy to burn off at 4 o'clock in the morning. Middle of the night, people understand this. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I don't know what my issue is, but that's my issue. So she's dancing. Her mother says, Amelia says, you shouldn't be dancing in the middle of the night. You should be sleeping. Now,
solid
point, but she's also like 45 years old. So, and
she also shouldn't be doing a lot of things that she probably does.
That's what I mean. Put some headphones on. If I'm Amelia, rather than try to fix the hole here of you should be sleeping, you shouldn't be doing this, let's fix the problem of it's loud so I can't sleep. Put some headphones on. You want to dance, I'm going to wash my hands of it and go back to sleep. Pick your battles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you need this, let's solve you needing this and me not wanting this.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if the person is having an issue that you're talking to, they can understand it's loud, so sleeping is hard. That they can process, whereas you should be sleeping and not dancing is a challenge to their personal, ethics at that point. So Amelia then accuses Jessica of witchcraft.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently. She starts saying that she's got like spirits in her type of deal, And she's from Peru, so there's, I don't know what the different
Peru voodoo.
No, not even that. I don't know. Peru. So Perudu. Yeah, I like Perudu. So I don't know. Not even that, but like I don't know what kind of like legends or that sort of thing. Like she might have said like you're like a this. That's some Peruvian. I have no idea.
Chupacabra in you.
Exactly. So that would be the hillbilly version of whatever that we're talking about. But she said she doesn't approve of your witchcraft and your middle of the night dancing or this music. This sucks. Can you turn off?
Lay down, shut your eyes.
Well, Jessica's like, I will not shut Ace of Base off at all. It will not happen. She's been bumping
the sign, and I will not stop.
It opened up as I saw. Get the fuck out of my room. Don't turn around. You're going to see my ass dancing.
It's 2003, though?
It's 2003. But Jessica's like 45. She's not listening to brand new music. She's rocking Ace of Base. Yeah. She's hanging on to it. Let's be honest here.
Hootie and the Blowfish going.
Yeah. That's next. She's got that next on the 8-disc changer that she's got up there.
Hold my hand. Let's go.
Let's do it. So this is obviously a weird scene, and Jessica told her mother that she's not tired and she's not doing witchcraft. Leave me alone. I'm dancing because I'm not tired. Witchcraft has nothing to do with it. Whatever. Then she tries to hug Amelia, which she's dancing around. Amelia's like freaked out by her. Why? What the fuck? You're playing the radio and dancing in the middle of the night. I think you're doing witchcraft. Jessica's like, I'm not doing witchcraft. Come on, give me a hug. Like she's like all very up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like very up. And Amelia tried to push her away and said, I want to go to sleep. Get away from me. I'm going to sleep now. And Jessica, and she said she wanted to go to sleep. And she said, I'm going to sleep in here with you. So we'll both go to sleep, Amelia said. That's her way of getting Jessica to stop playing the radio and dancing. We'll just both sleep in the same bed here. Yeah. So she's saying, Jessica said, I don't want to do that. And Jessica said, well, I want to leave the light on. And Amelia's like, I don't want to leave the light on.
Okay.
So then Jessica tries to kiss her on the cheek and say she loves her, is what she says. And she told Amelia that Jesus loves her too.
Okay.
I love you. Jesus loves you. Fucking, witchcraft loves you. It's all, whatever love, it's all coming to you. So Amelia pulls away and says she's going to call somebody because Jessica's crazy. She says, you're crazy. I'm calling somebody. You need help again, which this has happened a lot. She's been hospitalized quite a bit. So I feel like if Amelia calls about Jessica, they're going to be like, oh, Jessica again? Yeah, we'll be there in 5. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's one of those deals. So she said she didn't like the way Jessica looked. She said she didn't like the look in her eye.
Okay.
Is what Jessica says here. She said she didn't like the look in her eye. So Jessica asked her mother to tell her she loved her and loved Jesus, but she wouldn't. She just said, you're acting crazy. I'm going to call somebody. So now the room is dark because Amelia had turned the light off when she said, let's go to sleep. Yeah. So the argument is taking place near the door to the hallway. So there's light coming in from there. The argument then escalates to them bickering back and forth about this whole thing. You're crazy. No, I'm not. You're a witch. No, I'm not. Stop dancing. I want to go to sleep. Blah, blah, blah. They're going back and forth. Okay. Jessica backs her mother across the hall. Amelia backs up into Amelia's bedroom, okay, where it's just freshly painted. Jessica kept trying to hug her mother and kiss her on the cheek, apparently. And Amelia kept pushing her off and resisting. She was afraid of her, apparently. So then Jessica wrestles Amelia to the floor.
You will hug me, God.
Near the bed. I will kiss you. You will feel the love of your child. Now.
I need you to absorb my physical affection.
Wow, that is something. So that's what's going on. They're on the floor. Now the bed covered in plastic wrap again, remember? Right. A plastic tarp because of the paint job. And on the television, in the corner of the room, there was a can of disinfectant sitting there for some reason. Old ladies like to disinfect. They spray everything. 2 germs and they're dead. That's why. It's scary being an 80-year-old lady. I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
I'd carry that shit around all the time. I'd carry that shit around. I'd spray people up. Hold on. Shh, there you go. I don't know what you got.
My aunt in New York, in upstate New York, has been monster couponing for years, since I was fucking 10. And she has more. I bet she has more Lysol in her house than a Lysol factory. And she got it super fucking cheap. It's everywhere.
They have Pine Sol and Lysol. It's all
miniature
all the
ones,
sols.
big ones. It's crazy.
All of it. Yeah, you never know when you're going to have to take it with you. Mobile Lysol.
She wants to be buried with it.
So a wooden sliding closet door was left off its tracks by the painter, so they can paint near it, and it was propped up near the sliding glass door that leads to the outside. There's a porch outside the master bedroom. Jessica, at this point, is now kneeling on her mother's back, and Amelia's face down on the floor.
Oh, boy.
Okay? 79.
Yeah.
So Jessica kept yelling at her to say that you love me and you love Jesus. Say that you love me and you love Jesus. Amelia started shouting, "Look at what your sister is doing to me, Dennis." Dennis is the dead child the dead kid son who died and was murdered in California. So I don't know if she just screams out to, that's a foreigner thing, because my family will do that too. That's like a not southern hemisphere, but that's Italians will do that, Latins will do that. You'll scream to people who have died. It's a thing that they do. I swear my grandmother did all the fucking time. Her relatives, they just scream at people who have been dead for years.
I mean,
what do you see what they do to me, you son of a bitch bastard, my wife? You see, you're doing this in front of your father. He died 12 years ago. What are you talking about?
It'll make you come back to reality for sure, because you're just like, did she just say some weird shit?
That's a common thing though.
Yeah.
So she's still on her mother's back. She grabs her mother's bed for some leverage, and Jessica's hand slid across the comforter under the tarp while she's up there. She's like, and as she's feeling around leaning on it, there's a pair of scissors she feels in her hand that they use to cut plastic. Yeah. So Jessica grabs the scissors with her right hand and starts stabbing her mother in the head.
What the fuck?
While screaming at her to tell her she loves her and tell her that God is love. Say God is love, stabbing her in the head. So then Jessica told her mother that she was going to die, and that since you're going to die, you should say that you love Jesus and Jehovah. Then please turn the radio down.
Yeah. What?
It gets... Wow.
Does this make you petrified to ask your kids to do fucking anything?
Yeah, this is why when they're 45, you make sure they have their own house, I guess. I don't know.
Take the trash out. No. All right, I'll do it.
Wow. I got it. Don't sweat it. You know what? Never mind. Jessica told her that she shouldn't forget who God is.
What?
Amelia just wants to not be stabbed in the head at this point. Amelia was screaming out that Dennis can see what you're doing. Dennis can see what you're doing. So Jessica said, no, he can't, because he's fucking dead. He's dead, Mom. Dennis is dead. He pulls one of those deals. So she pulls one of those deals. So Amelia's struggling. Jessica continues to stab her in the head with these scissors repeatedly. The whole time this is going on, it's not stab, say God is love. It is repeated stabbing. Say God is love. Do it. Right. Say it as she's stabbing, which is crazy. So, wow. As her mother struggled, she's stabbing her in the head. Jessica would later say, quote, "It was difficult because she was struggling."
I can imagine that, yeah.
I would imagine she would. When Amelia was still for a moment, Jessica takes the scissors and begins to cut off her clothes, which is a bathrobe and pajamas, with the scissors. Starts cutting them off so her back is exposed, just so she can stab her in the exposed back, not have to go through layers of clothing.
Terry cloth, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy.
That is insane. You want to hear it get crazier?
I don't know.
No, well, that's what I mean.
This is a lot.
This is a whole lot. This is, wow. This is Groundhog for Breakfast level crazy here.
This is too much, yeah.
Pocket Robin is looking at her going, you need to talk to somebody.
All right.
You know what I mean? Are you good?
Yeah.
Jessica gets up then and grabs a nightstand, some furniture, and puts it on top of Amelia to hold her down. Then she laid the closet door that was propped up on the wall on top of the nightstand to hold her down more.
Wow.
Okay, stacking shit on for leverage here. Then, oh my goodness, okay, this is a rough one here. Then she cuts off the rest of her mother's clothes, her undergarments, and begins stabbing her in the vagina as hard as she can and as much as she can with the scissors. Over and over and over and over again.
Why would you?
She's got an explanation later. Don't worry.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this shit.
Yes. So once she decides that's enough of that, I don't know if she was tired or what, because we'll find out how many stab wounds, and it's a tiring amount of stab wounds. Like, you have to be in a manic state to deliver this many stab wounds. You have to be, I would assume.
How do you get this rageful over turn the music down?
It's got to be. She's mentally ill. This has nothing to do with that.
It's issues stacked on top of each other and then weighed down with mental illness.
She was in the middle of an episode and Mom walked in, and that was bad. So if you see her light on at 4 a.m., you just ignore it. I think at that point,
walk on by.
Well, then again, maybe she's fucking like Dionne Warwick, baby. Walk on by. So then she stops. Once she feels like she's had enough of this, and she grabs the big can of disinfectant and sprays it all over her mother's body.
Oh, God.
Sprays her all down with disinfectant.
To make her clean?
Well, no, because she said, quote, everything smelled. I think that's a mental thing. Right. I think she's having a mental. I mean, that's like if you see things or smell things, that's a hardcore like
also,
break.
Blood smells bad.
Blood also, stabbing the shit out of somebody smells bad as well. Then she stopped stabbing, she said, at 5:11 and just decided to call 911, is what she said.
Oh, boy.
She called and said, I need an ambulance for my mother. She was calm, and the dispatcher said, how come? And she said, well, there's been a stabbing.
Oh.
That's an understatement. So the police, like I said, post-haste, they come over here for this one. They arrive within minutes, because it's also nothing is going on. It's 5:11 in the morning. Right. Yeah. So an officer asked Jessica what happened, and Jessica said, quote, I stabbed her. I had to do it.
Okay.
I had to do it.
No choice.
The cop said, stabbed who? And she said, it's my mother. She's up in her room. And he said, well, where's the knife? And she just said, I didn't use a knife. I used scissors.
Oh, God, Jesus.
Now she's just straight.
Just facts.
Yep, just the facts, ma'am. She's delivering them. She's completely calmed down now. It's crazy. So police found the scissors still in Amelia.
Oh, dear Lord.
So at that point, at 5:20, she's read her rights. Once they realize this is true and, all this is going on, she's taken to the village police station for a formal statement here. By the way, the over 120 stab wounds. 120.
Yeah.
You have to be either in you killed my baby rage or in a serious manic episode to have the energy to stab anybody 120 times. It's just that's crazy. That's so many fucking times. We've done this before. Make a stabbing motion 120 times.
Right.
It's tiring.
No,
it's a lot. It's a lot. So they get down to the station. And they said to her, did your mother say anything else while you were stabbing her? And this is a wild quote. Quote, she said, you're killing me. You're killing me and stuff. Yeah, the typical when you're stabbing someone 120 times. Stuff they would say, you're killing me, ouch, blah, blah, blah. Wow. They said, did you intend to kill your mother last night? And she said, quote, I didn't plan to, but I couldn't stop after I started. I wanted to kill her.
It got good to me.
It got good to me. That's all it is. They said, well, why did you stab your mother in the groin?
Yeah.
Because I think I believe that's where they found the scissors. So she said, quote, to destroy sin for life. I don't know what that means. I don't know what to destroy sin for life means when asked why you're...
Because it's...
Between this and the reviews, no one in this town makes any sense. I'm just going to say that. No one. No one makes a fucking lick of sense so far. We have not.
She should have. I've run myself through with a samurai blade, so take that and everything else I'm about to say for what it is.
Hardcore grain of salt here, just to let you know, because
sin for life.
To destroy sin for life, and the cop, I'm sure, went, "All righty." Next question.
Write that down.
Yeah, sin for life. Okay, that's what she said. Sin for life. Do you remember how many times you stabbed your mother? Okay, the answer to this is chilling. Quote, no, I just needed to see blood. What? I just needed to see blood? What are you, Freddy Krueger? What the fuck is happening?
But I imagine after one, you
there was blood.
You got what you needed to see.
He was, 120. There's a lot of blood.
Oh, my.
Enough to kill a woman. That's crazy. So police go ahead and tell her, you're under arrest. I don't know if you realize that or not. She said she knew. She goes, I know, obviously.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I figured. I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? And she said, what's the charge?
What?
What's the charge? It's vagina stabbing. That's the charge. Is that a statute? Because it should be.
We're going to go with extreme murder.
Wow.
120 counts of murder.
Yeah, lots of murder. So the cop is silent for a second. She said, is my mother dead? Like, is it murder or not? So the cop said, it appears so. Yeah, it looks like she's pretty dead. So Jessica then lets out a sigh and says, I should have waited on calling the ambulance until I was sure she was dead.
What does that mean?
Even though she is dead, she's like, I fucked that up. I should have waited a while, made sure she was dead, then called the ambulance. Then I wouldn't have had to ask that question. Could have saved myself some time.
Does that mean she wants to stab her more?
She just wants to make sure she was dead.
Yeah.
She's like, I called.
Because she wasn't sure.
Yeah, she said, I called the ambulance before I even checked on her, see if she was dead. They might have saved her. Then what? Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a little bit more about our stylish friends at Quince. That's right. Let's go elevate your styles, people. Yeah. Get it going. Look good out there. And you can do it now without breaking your wallet, without breaking the bank, because at Quince, you can get high-end, versatile pieces at prices we can all actually afford, which is very nice. You want to get good stuff that lasts and it's good, and they have quality stuff that's very affordable. And you can do like we did, upgrading our stuff here, while still being a very reasonable price. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. It's all quality stuff. You're going to love it. Trust us, it looks good. And I've got the leather jacket. It's a very high-quality item. Real nice, soft leather. Yeah. Jimmy's got his linen pants he's rocking.
Yeah, they're terrific.
Come on, be like us. Be fashionable. Get in there with Quince. Indulge in affordable luxury. Go to quince.com/smalltownmurder for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/smalltownmurder to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
Hey, everybody, just going to take a quick break from the show to tell you a little bit about a very cool place, Thrive Market. Yes, we are both looking to get into the healthy swing this year. The problem is I don't know what's in everything, and I don't know if even I'm qualified to even read the labels to know if that's good or that's bad. Right. There's chemicals and things things floating around. I don't know what I'm doing out there. One of my favorite features, and I know you were talking to me about this, is the Healthy Swap Scanner in the Thrive Market app. Yeah, it's simple. You scan any item, and it'll instantly suggest a cleaner, healthier grocery alternative, it's great. Amazing. Yeah. That's great. Thrive Market also takes the guesswork out of finding these safe, healthy foods. For example, like I'm trying to get my protein intake up for energy. I'm always moving around. I need stuff. And I love that you can filter their site by the high protein options.
Nice.
It's very cool. And you can personalize this portion and you can put filters on it. And get ready. You should be ready for a junk-free start to 2025. Get ready for it and head to thrivemarket.com/smalltownmurder and get 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. That's THRIVE market.com/smalltownmurder, thrivemarket.com/smalltownmurder.
Now back to the show.
Calling all dog owners. Your furry friend deserves top-notch nourishment, and Ollie delivers the clean, fresh nutrition your dog needs in 5 flavors they'll absolutely flip over. Ollie is made in U.S. kitchens with ingredients carefully sourced from trusted growers and producers around the world, with absolutely no harmful fillers or preservatives. With protein-first recipes like fresh beef with sweet potatoes, fresh turkey with blueberries, or fresh lamb with cranberries, you might start thinking, dang, my dog eats better than I do. And that's probably true when it comes to Ollie. Give your pup a fresh start this new year by letting them taste test a personalized meal plan with Ollie. Head to ollie.com/Wondery. Tell them all about your dog and use code WONDERY to get 60% off your first box of meals when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer a clean bowl guarantee on the first box. So if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/Wondery and enter code WONDERY to get 60% off your first box. Start your dog's new year off right with Ollie. Start your dog's new year off right with Ollie.
What kind of thing?
So she signs, it's a 3-page formal statement that she signs. Okay. 3-page, the whole thing. Those are the highlights of the, sin for life and fucking, I needed to see blood. This might be the craziest part of this whole thing. 3 pages long. You're going to shit when you hear this. On the bottom of each page is a signature line. You have to sign to say that this is your statement, right?
Who is she?
Each time she dotted the I in her first and last names with hearts.
What?
She dotted the fucking I on her confession, talking about how she needed to see blood while she was repeatedly stabbing her mother's vagina with hearts on the eyes.
Did she fold this thing like origami too?
And hand it to somebody. She made a mashed thing out of it. She's like, you're going to be in a mansion with a BMW.
With a little tab that says pull here.
Yeah. Man, girls are good at that when we were teenagers. That artist got to be lost now.
One? Oh, God.
That artist lost. I knew, you'd pull here and then here and a tab and shit would fall down. You'd be like, how did you do that? That's incredible. You must be amazing at paper airplanes. This is awesome.
The ones that had like a 3D diamond on top, too.
Yeah.
Women were amazing.
They were girls. They were like 15. They were girls, but they were really good at that.
They were my age, so
children. Children were great at that in the 90s.
Like I was more of an adult than I was. So
you were all children, Jimmy. Yeah. Children giving children notes. That's what we all were in the 90s. So not only does she dot the I with a heart after her name each time, she drew a little smiley face. With a circle, not just eyes and a smile. Yeah. Circle, eyes, nose, smile.
Did it have a little tongue?
Not a little tongue. She just drew it. Come on, Jimmy. It's not printing. She doesn't have a stamp or anything.
Hilarious.
Eyes,
smile.
Each page.
Ma'am, you just murdered your mom with scissors.
The words that say terrible things are right on the page you're signing. You fucking see them as you're doing it. Like, this is
Jessica,
wow.
With a heart.
That's the craziest thing we've heard so far, somehow. So the cops don't have, they say, obviously people are interested locally of, hey, what happened there? They say, we don't have a motive here. There's no reason for this other than she wanted to kill her, and they don't know if she was trying to draw her into the room with the radio being loud, possibly, to get her mom to, they don't know. But they don't know. And they said, if that's the case, for what? They don't have a motive. Everything seemed fine before that, other than she's off her meds for right now and, losing her fucking mind. They're looking for any evidence of trouble in the past few weeks, or this is from the police at the time, the day it happened, so they didn't know. They said, we're looking for any evidence of trouble in the past few weeks or a history of mental illness on the part of either family member. Well, you're going to find a treasure trove there, I would say. Because we think something's wrong.
Yeah.
So February 19th, 2003, here, this is a few days later, she is indicted here, obviously, for second-degree murder. By then, her behavior had become so strange in jail that they moved her from the Sullivan County Jail to a secure mental hospital in upstate New York.
Really?
She went in. She was in jail. They're like, just throw him in a cell by himself. Like that's how they handle that shit in jail. That's how fucking whacked she was. She was like, she's scaring the other inmates. We got to take her out of here.
Jail, she's too much.
Yes. She is diagnosed with, later on she'll say bipolar, but she's diagnosed at the time with schizophrenia and depression.
Two bad things to have together.
Two bad things. Yeah. So she has a little time out at the hospital for about a year.
Oh.
A little cool down time.
Yeah.
About a year. Then they're ready for the court shit, and they're talking about an insanity plea. Now, we've talked about on this show a million times how insanity pleas are rarely actually utilized, number one. The judge a lot of times won't let you use that as a defense unless it's very specific. And at the same time, we never hear them working. You hear it like in the 60s and 70s, but not in modern times, not in 2004.
And even when it does work, it doesn't work. You're not going back out. You're not going back to your job the next day.
No, certainly not. But I mean, they send you to prison. They don't care. But between her well-documented history, someone who runs himself through with a samurai sword, I'm sorry, that person is mentally ill.
You need to sit down.
And all of her other well-documented history, her stays in hospitals and everything else like that. The county court they meet at, they have a conference at the county court. This is District Attorney Steve Lundgren, so the prosecution, Melchick's lawyer, Henry Shawn, and the judge as well. Yeah. So DA, defense attorney, judge, they discussed a plea of not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect, which is the insanity plea in New York, and they all talked about it. They said that it looks like she's going to take the insanity plea and try to do that. They said that they're going to have a hearing where a psychiatrist is going to testify. And they basically said that even the prosecution said, obviously there's a problem. The prosecution never goes along with this.
No.
And they said, this is so wacky. She's obviously got such a problem that we'll listen to the psychiatrist on it, basically. Yeah. So let them testify. So they have a hearing. And Melchick's not even in court for it. She's not even there. No,
she's
they don't even.
Hospital.
Yeah, they don't even have her there. And the DA at the end says that I'm going to recommend the plea. Like she said, even the DA says she should take that plea. It should be an insanity plea. She's insane, obviously. He acknowledged the sword incident with herself would make it difficult to prosecute her on a murder charge.
It would be hard, yeah.
Yeah, if someone says, I'm mentally ill, you go, oh, are you? And people think you're faking to get out of it. But when you go, 2 years ago, she impaled herself with a fucking samurai sword, people go, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, you're right. You know what?
The only reason she's here is because by the luck of dumb stupidity, she missed fucking everything. She's crazy.
That's crazy. Show don't tell is what that is right there.
For sure.
Hardcore show don't tell.
Yeah.
So he said, I don't know how we're going to do that. So the DA and the defense said the concern is that Jessica needs to be hospitalized long enough for her condition to stabilize, obviously. Yeah. They said based on the past 15 months, the judge found she was competent to assist in her defense, which is a finding that is required to allow her to even take an insanity plea.
Really?
Before she can even go to court and do anything, she has to be sane enough to plea.
Okay.
That's how it works.
That's a tightrope to walk. You're crazy, but we got to get you
at least
not crazy enough to say that you're crazy.
Exactly, to get you in here to find it. That's why the insanity defense never works, because by the time the court happens, sometimes it's 3 years later, they've been on medication for 3 years and they're completely calmed down, and the jury goes, that person doesn't seem crazy. Meanwhile, before that, they were stark raving batshit.
Yeah.
Whereas, so this is an interesting
one. That Lori
one.
Vallow thing is the same way.
It's similar. They're very similar.
They locked her ass up and calmed her down for a while, and now everything's now
they
we
have
can
to
go
get
forward.
her sane enough to put her in a courtroom.
Yeah.
So this is the insanity defense, not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect, and it rests on the person being unable to understand either the nature or consequences of his or her actions, or that the conduct was wrong. In New York, in the last 10 years before this, it's only been used 5 times. Wow. One guy shot his two brothers in 94. This Robert Tortorella guy on the Mid-Hudson Bridge, right by my fucking house there in Poughkeepsie, if you go over that one. The Mid-Hudson Bridge, he on purpose drove the wrong way into oncoming traffic and killed a person, trying to kill himself because he was mentally ill. A woman named Marie Conklin in the town of Wallkill, which is down here too, stabbed her 3-year-old daughter to death. Another woman in 98 smothered her 91-year-old mother, I guess,
What the fuck?
And then some guy who was a former Orange County district attorney killed some other guy, too. So there you go. Now, in court for insanity, they call this Insanity Court, which that's the TV show I want to see. Never mind this person, Judge so-and-so, People's Court, that court. I want to see Insanity Court. Show me that.
Court TV.
Come on, Court TV. Just Insanity Court. So a psychiatrist testifies at her hearing here and says that Melchek thought she was saving her mother from an evil beast that possessed her when she stabbed her 120 times with the scissors. That's why she kept saying, say God is love. That would mean that her mother wasn't possessed. But the fact that she wouldn't say it meant that this evil beast, as she put it, was possessing her and keeping her from saying it. So
it justified everything she was doing.
So if she stabbed her in the head, that could let the evil out, and then that didn't work. So I guess the vagina is the center of the evil then after that. Yeah, that's one way to put it. So it's a vent, all right. So Melchek, he said, has mood disorder and schizophrenic symptoms. And Melchek then they get Melchek finally in the courtroom. They have to get her in there. Yeah. And the judge says, what happened, darling? Do tell. Yeah, pray tell. What happened? And Melchek said, quote, it wasn't her that I killed that night.
Oh, boy.
Dead serious, too. It wasn't her that I killed that night. And the judge is like, oh.
Beg to differ, but go on.
That's when she was supposed to plea. They said, guilty, not guilty, insanity. What's your plea? And she says, it wasn't her that I killed that night. Well, the judge said, I'll take that as an insanity plea. Literally, that's what they did. They go, well, that's the most insane thing you could have said. Perfect. Literally.
I needed you to say, I'm insane. You said it in a different way. That's good.
You showed without telling. Thank you.
Slam
you know
dunk.
What? Fuck, man. You should write screenplays, really. Show, don't tell. So the district attorney asked the judge to rule that Melchek is a dangerous person so that she could be committed to a secure mental hospital for treatment.
Yeah.
And that's what the judge does. Okay. And she is sent to the Rockland Psychiatric Center in Orangeburg, New York.
Okay.
And she'll spend the next almost 10 years there.
Really?
It'll be 10 years in total. She'll get out in 2003. She'll be released from the hospital just
2013?
Or 2013, yeah. Released just into the population.
Of the world?
Yeah, not of the jail, of the world.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, they just said, bye. Remember to take those meds, would you? And they sent her on her merry way. Said she's fine. She's good now. And, yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Jimmie is frozen in time and place. His face is... If my arms were 2 feet longer, I could just tap his jaw and put it back up into a place there.
Are you? She's out in the world?
Oh yeah. No, she gets a job at the Orange County Community College in the cafeteria.
What the fuck?
She worked there for 4 fucking years.
No way.
As a matter of time. Absolutely. In 2017, she's fired.
Because we saw your background check?
No, because the whole staff is fired because they're automating the cafeteria.
You have to be shitting me.
I shit you not. Here's from the Ithaca Journal. Quote, the entire cafeteria staff at an upstate New York community college will be laid off and replaced with vending machines. The Times-Herald Record reports that 9 full-time and 3 part-time workers will lose their jobs in June at the Orange County Community College in Middletown. The college is part of the State University of New York. Jessica Melchek, a food staffer for the past 4 years. They don't mention any of this, by the way.
What?
Listen to this. Listen to the article. Jessica Melchek, a food staffer for the past 4 years, said workers cried when they heard about the layoffs Friday. Did they know about you stabbing your mother in the vagina?
Yeah, over telling you to turn the music down? Whoever your boss is better not sleep at night.
Holy shit. And students say they'll miss the staff members and the fresh food, is what Jessica said. Wow, is all I have to say to that. So Jessica, once she gets out, she's very active out there in the world as far as social media and different mental health things. Like she has mental health journal stuff. She has stuff. Here's a poem that she wrote that is published on one of these.
Is it called I Need to See Blood?
It's called Love Endures Time.
Oh, boy.
Quote, many seasons have come and gone. However, love endures time and distance. I have watched my children grow up behind the jagged points of a barb, because she's in the mental institution. Yeah. My heart breaks knowing I can't smell their skin. Oh, that's creepy. Wipe away their tears, comfort them in their time of fear, and cheer them in their times of success. I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. And I'm only kidding. I have photos of memories long ago, before the age of innocence was interrupted. Life goes on as it always does. Trial and tribulation will continue. However, my test will become my testimony. However, I hope I can let go of my young children and develop a new love and understanding with a whole new dynamic of a young man and young lady on the verge of realizing their full potential. Remember Justin and Britney. Is this about her kids or Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears?
And this isn't even rhyming at all.
No, I love you both fully and unconditionally. She named her kids Justin and Britney, I think. From the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul.
Amazing.
That, okay.
Yes. It's like, well, and that, when she had him, it was that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, said her daughter was older, so maybe it was just a coincidence. That would have been wild if she just happened to do that. So Instagram, too. Very active on Instagram.
Holy.
She likes to put up inspirational, posters. That's her jam. That's what she posts. Yeah. So I'm going to give you some choice ones that, if you know her history, it's possibly a different meaning. One is first action and reaction should be prayer.
Okay.
Rather than stabbing in the vagina. So that's good. Good. That's interesting. Happy moments, praise God. Difficult moments, seek God. Painful moments, trust God. Every moment, thank God.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Wow, she forgot that at some point there.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm learning to trust the journey even when I do not understand it. Well, we don't understand anything there.
I don't understand how they could release her. I don't understand that.
The only thing you can take from me is notes. There's one.
Oh, yeah.
Don't take her meds. Just as long as you let her have her meds, I don't care what you take.
If you want to know how to murder someone, take notes.
Wow. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or cannot do.
A pair of scissors solves everything.
Fuck. You want that radio on, you keep it on. It's often a reflection of their own fears and blocks, or an evil beast they're possessed by. You never know. It's your journey, not theirs. Go for it. Dream big. Oh, wow. Yikes. One day at a time is all we should be dealing with. We can't go back to yesterday, and we can't control tomorrow, so live for today.
She's just spitting out HR quotes that are on the wall in the team meeting room.
Now, here is one. Here is a Bob Marley quote with a picture of Bob Marley
Stop
there.
it.
The greatness of man is not how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively. And not murder them, possibly. Yeah. Here's a Dolly Parton one here with her Dolly in the background. If you see somebody without a smile, give them yours.
Oh.
You see somebody without a smile, stab their vagina. Darling.
Holy shit.
Here we go. I'm just Janis Joplin, allegedly here. Yeah. I'm just doing what I wanted to do and what feels right and not settling for bullshit, and it worked. How can they be mad at that?
I don't like that at all.
No. Don't say that.
Oh,
my
God.
Possibly the worst one, just dance to the beat in your soul.
Oh, no.
But if anybody knocks.
No.
But if anybody knocks on the door, you stab their vagina to death.
Clear the fuck out when she's dancing.
Wow.
She's got the dance floor.
Yeah, dance floor is yours, my dear. Clear out like your Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. It's all yours.
Treat her like Turbo and Ozone and let her have it.
Holy balls, man. So St. Peter's Cemetery is where Amelia Vogel is buried. Jessica, I don't know what she's doing or where she is. We'll leave her alone and don't bother her.
Do not DM that woman.
Yeah, don't. So
leave her alone.
The murder house here, 66 Willie Avenue. There's a site called House Creep that has houses with dark histories and shit like that.
Kind of like it, but it feels a little gross.
Yeah, I mean, we've done an episode of haunted houses for sale that have histories and shit. So this house has sold 4 times since
2003.
Well, it was sold because of all the issues and everything. It was sold the first time in 2006 by the family. So
it took 3 years.
It just sold in 2021 too. So in the last 15 years, it has sold 4 times, which is a lot for a house to turn over. So I don't know if there's some weird shit going on there or what. It sold for $146,000 in 2006. It sold for $500 in 2010. That must have been like to
a family thing.
A family member. Then it was sold for $25,000 in 2011.
Another family thing?
Maybe it got redone. Maybe it got completely remodeled. I'm not sure. But then it was finally sold in 2021 for $141,000.
So it is not gaining value in any stretch.
In 2006, it was $146,000. That was the height of that real estate boom, too, though. So and then it crashed. So it was worth jack shit in 2008, 9, 10.
Probably $500.
Probably $500. So it might have been that. It might have been abandoned, and that might have been the fee to buy it from the city also. Because I remember when Detroit had all their problems, you could buy
homes for $100 or whatever.
A 6-family home for the price of the paperwork. It was like $380 or some shit. So there you go, everybody. That's Liberty, New York, and. Like I said, when I say insane, I'm not lying about that shit. That was
10 years for it.
10 years. 10 years in the hospital, and that's it. And she's out.
10 years in one flew over. That's so easy.
That is, I mean, it's not 40 in state prison. I tell you that much. That's a lot. So, wow. I take whatever you will from that. I mean, mental illness is a motherfucker, obviously.
It sure is, yeah.
I think, obviously, she's mental. I don't think she's one of these people who was, like, faking mental illness. No. She's mentally ill, very mentally ill, and I hope she stays on her medication and does well, and I'm happy she didn't.
May you all remain safe in upstate New York.
Yeah, there you go. I'm happy she didn't kill any kids. That's what I'm happy about, honestly. I mean, not that that's whatever, but someone's 80. Right. Let's be honest, that's tragic, but it's not as tragic as a 14-year-old who has their whole life ahead of them. So, that's what I'm saying here. Not to take away from an 80-year-old, but there we go. If you like that show or you liked how we told that crazy batshit story, tell the world about it. Get on whatever app you're listening on, Apple Podcasts, Audible, this one, that one. Give us 5 stars. It helps drive us up the chart. It's a very easy, quick, and free way to help the show. So thank you for doing that. Yeah. That's a nice pitch, huh? Shut up and give me murder.com. Get your tickets. August 12th, Chicago. We're doing a live Chicago-only live show there. We're going to do a story that we're only going to do in Chicago. We'll record it 6 months later, but we're only going to do the actual show in Chicago. So get there, see that August 12th. Also, Dallas, Philly, D.C., Charlotte, Atlanta. Get your tickets for them. Get your tickets for them shows the rest of the year. Stab all your johners. And then
that shows is rocking.
It's a rocking. And so do all that. Shut up and give me murder.com. Head over to patreon.com/crime in sports. Also listen to Crime in Sports because fucking A, it's funny. Great. If you like us and you like the way we talk about crime, why wouldn't you listen to that? It makes no sense. Check out Crime in Sports.
We're in the middle of Conor McGregor right now, and it's fantastic.
God. There was a bunch of murder in the last couple months, too. Catch up on it. So Crime in Sports, listen to that. But patreon.com/crime in sports. Get all the bonus content. Anybody $5 or above, you get it all the episodes, back catalog, couple hundred episodes, and new ones every other week. You get Crime in Sports bonus. Yeah, and you get Small Town Murder bonus. This week, what you're going to get for Crime in Sports, you're going to get players who like to pay for sex.
I don't know why it makes me laugh.
Because it's so funny and embarrassing to get caught when you're famous for doing something like that.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious, and we'll find out a lot of embarrassing situations. And then for Small Town Murder, Casey Anthony. Yes. Enough said there. I don't even have to explain it. We're going to talk about Casey Anthony. You get what we're doing there. Patreon.com/crime in sports. And you get a shout out at the end of the regular show. It's the best value in podcasting, baby. Betcha. I'll tell you that. Cup of coffee or Patreon. Give me a break. So do that, get in there, and keep coming back and seeing us. Social media, we're at Murder Small on Twitter, at Small Town Murder on Instagram, at Small Town Pod on Facebook. Follow us there. You want to follow either of us, shutupandgivememurder.com has all the links that you could possibly want.
Go get them.
Get in there, get your shit, come see us, listen to Crime in Sports, listen to the regular Small Town Murder, get Patreon, have fun, come to Chicago, goddammit, and until next week, it's been our pleasure.
Bye.
If you like Small Town Murder, you can listen early and ad-free now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts. Prime members can listen early and ad-free on Amazon Music. Before you go, tell us about yourself by filling out a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
In the 1980s, a rosé swept the country.
Hey, Mike, I really like this White Zinfandel.
Well, good. Now put it down. I'm going to try another one.
White Zin became America's top-selling wine. But most don't know that this sweet drink has a sour history. What began in 1986 with counterfeit bottles,
a big fraud, a multi-million-dollar fraud,
sent investigators chasing one of the most powerful families in the business, the Licciardis. But the closer the feds got to them, the more dangerous things became. It's a story of deceit.
At the time, I was paranoid.
Threats.
You touch my kids, I will kill you.
And murder.
With a .22 caliber bullet to the head.
What started with a scheme to mislabel wine spilled into a blood-soaked battle for succession. Welcome to Bloodvines. You can binge listen to Bloodvines exclusively and ad-free on Wondery Plus. Join Wondery Plus in the Wondery app, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify.